Welcome everyone to our Kinesiology 127 final project podcast, Behind the Game. I'm Jaden Pope, and today we're going to be diving into a topic that's way bigger than most people realize: sports management.
Thank you for the
For that,
introduction.
for
And my
that, for
name is
that.
Anthony Solis. Most people think about the athletes, the games, and the action. But behind every team and every event is an entire management system working nonstop.
What's up, everybody? I'm Zach Pace. In today's episode, we'll be breaking down the three major parts of sports management, and that's careers in sports management, that's leadership and team culture, and that's sports marketing and media.
What's up, everybody? I'm Christian McDaniel. These areas shape how teams perform, how organizations build their identities, and how long-term success is created.
What's up, y'all? This is Anthony Renfro Jr. And we'll also share research-backed insight examples from real sports organizations and practical case studies.
Indeed. So, us six gentlemen, we just want to present to y'all just overall our perspectives on sports management and what it means to us, not just us, but the sports world and just the sports industry in general. So, I just want to start off by kicking things off with our first segment: careers in sports management, what they are, what they look like, and how people really ease their way into the field.
Thank you for that. So, when we talk about sports management, we mean the people who plan, organize, lead, and who operate everything behind the scenes in sports. Some common careers include general managers, athletic directors, sports agents, talent scouts, sports data analysis, marketing and media directors.
So, according to the North American Sports Society for Sports Management, the industry is expected to keep growing because sports are becoming more global, they're becoming more profitable, in today's age with the NIL, and they're more connected to entertainment and technology. You know, aside from sports, it's definitely a business that's growing that you can invest in. Other things include like sports betting, which is illegal, things like that.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I want y'all to also think about this. Let's take general managers, for example. They
Right.
handle like contracts, they hire coaches, they negotiate trades, and shape long-term strategies to build a roster. It's basically them being a CEO of this whole pressure to have one person.
Sports agents, on the other hand, work directly with athletes. A 2021 article in the Sports Journal found that athletes agents earn better contract outcome because of negotiation and legal expertise. If you have an agent, you're gonna get what you need or get whatever the max money or max potential you can get out of a school or a program with them. Instead of you negotiating that an agent is
That's
gonna
true.
put it right where you need it to be.
I feel that. And I can see why a lot of people make their agents as well. Because, you know what I'm saying? I be seeing a lot of that. Moms be the agents because the mom know what's best for the kid. You know what I mean? I understand that. And to piggyback on top of what Christian was saying as well about the general managers, it's a lot of general managers. You can take, there's good general managers, there's bad ones. But I think the CEO, that's really an underplayed role in sports society right now, is that general manager. Because they make stuff shake in sports. For example, Jerry Jones, he getting this Cowboy, people don't like it, but he getting this Cowboys team together. Now, Nico and all this stuff with the other Dallas team, Mavericks, I don't know. I don't know about all that, but
Game
it
was
just
just a
shows.
Yeah, you always have to remember that sports management isn't just for pros. These careers exist for colleges, high school, recreational leagues, community programs, and also fitness centers. So it just falls in everywhere, not just the pros.
Colleges have general managers as well. College teams and stuff, they got GMs as well. So it's all
Yeah,
over.
yeah, everywhere. So another massive opportunity in sports management is major events like the Super Bowl or World
Yep.
Cup. that requires
Mm.
years of
Even
planning,
the NBA
logistics,
Finals.
marketing, sponsorships, security, all that. That type of stuff don't just
Hmm.
pop up out the blue. It takes managing. I don't think AI can really replace that. AI can do numbers, but the AI can't. AI doesn't have emotions. The AI can't really move where it wants to move as far as somebody in the sports management industry and managing the Super Bowl and the World Cup and things of that nature.
Now, question for all of y'all: what do
Right.
we think is the biggest characteristic for someone in that important role? Someone that, because old head coach used to say, "I'm the chief, and you are my Indians. You are my tribe, and you listen to me." Right? You need someone who's
Right.
gonna have the balls, do some,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel
like make big moves to, put that team on the court, put that team on the field. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's pressure, and
Yeah,
it's
Zach.
bigger and it's more versatile than what people realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, Zach. I think everybody needs leadership,
Hmm.
but leadership in sports isn't just about giving orders, though. Research from the
Yes,
Journal of
sir.
Sports Behavior shows perform better under transformational leadership, meaning motivation, inspiration, and support. So,
Right.
to piggyback off what you said, like I like the
Hmm.
whole "I'm the chief, you guys are my Indians," but you also need, a little bit more motivation, a little bit more support from your leaders. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It can't just
I got
be
you.
giving out
You
orders
gotta
and
have a
stuff.
strong foundation.
Right.
Exactly.
It's
Like you, what you
it's the foundation of a culture, of a team culture.
Yes, yes, sir.
takes a lot to know what a good coach looks like, or not necessarily what a good coach looks like, but just what a good leader looks like. And to know one, you have to be one. I feel like, and
Yeah.
that's a huge characteristic in the sports management industry. Just because it's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of routes you can go from sports management. You can be a coach, you can be a sports reporter, you can be a sports analyst, a
Or
sports
you could be an
analyst.
agent.
You can be any of
You can be
that.
an agent.
But
You can
the
be an
point is,
agent
you're gonna
too.
need the same. You're gonna need that same leadership, even if it's not with the team. You're gonna need that leadership
That
to take
same
account.
strong foundation.
Exactly, because you're gonna need to take account. You're gonna have to take accountability and be initiative with yourself. Feel me?
Right.
No matter what you're
I
doing,
agree.
that's life.
And you know what just came to me? I think leaders, they also need to manage. They need to manage. If I'm the player, they need to manage us. Right? They need to. I'm gonna get angry. Right? There might be something wrong with my mental health,
Yeah,
and I mean that just messes with team chemistry. You just can't have
yeah,
that when you got one season and your job's on the line.
yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that because it was. I'm a freshman right now, but it was a game in my senior season where I got benched by a leader, and I got benched by a leader because I had a serious problem. It was a coach. He wasn't the head coach, but he took a I call him a leader because he took initiative and did this. He benched me to show me that I wasn't better than the team because I blew up and I got mad at him. I was yelling all this stuff because it was senior night and my mom had came out on crutches because she just had surgery. I was
Mhm.
angry. I had anger in my heart and I wasn't about to play with that. So I was yelling at my coaches and stuff like that. And then he ended up benching me, showed me that I guess they didn't need me. And as mad as I was at the time. A week later, I realized how much that played a part into my character development and how much initiative it takes to take, even if you're a really good player, out of the game, if it means your whole team succeeding or knowing what the standard is.
That makes sense. The standard's the standard.
Yeah, real.
Absolutely.
Are we good for leadership and team culture?
Yeah.
We're ready to move into our next segment.
A great example is the early 2000s Detroit Pistons, the going to work era. They didn't have superstars, but their culture carried them to an NBA championship.
That is a good example. And another great
That was a
example
tough
is the
group.
Golden State Warriors. According to
Mm.
the Sports
Mm.
Management Review in 2019, Steve Kerr took over and emphasized the joy, trust, and communication. It really transformed their culture and the championship run inside the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
To go back onto what I said about how leaders need to manage conflict and team culture, that really shows the opposite of how coaching has changed nowadays. Because you go back to the '90s, you got a hard nosed coach. He's all up in
Yeah.
you, telling you to do what you got to do. But nowadays we got coaches like, hey, they're a little softer, but not in that kind of way. They're gonna let you do what you got to do. It's a different game.
And with constant visibility, leaders must guide athletes in professionalism and media behavior as well. with all the social media that you can be displayed on. It's important to be media trained, and that starts with your leaders. The leaders on the team have to bring these NBA team leaders in the organization, bring these young guys along so they can get media trained and stuff. Those are really big important factors on just your media presence, your social media presence. That's a really big factor.
Yeah, Ja Morant. Let's talk about it. In this day and age, probably the worst of them all in at least in the 2020s. Worst of them all. Worst I've seen as far as if we being real, he was supposed to be the face of the league. Like we date back to 2022, he was supposed to be the face. It's a parade inside my city. He had all that. He had the city on his back. Mikey Williams.
Yeah,
Dang, that's
that's another great example.
Mikey Williams. I feel like you got to know how to control yourself. And I ain't gonna. They finna let go of him. They finna get rid of. As much as I hate it, they finna get rid of him. And I'm pretty sure he don't even want to be there. But it's not a matter of if he want to be there. It's who gonna want him after that. After him leaving that mark, could easily average a smooth 23, 6, and 2. He could do that. But the behavioral issues, like I feel like that's something you can't count out.
It just can't happen.
Yeah.
And also, a stronger leadership set the tone for the performance and identity of a team on and off the field. Like a big example, like LeBron and his team. You don't see the Lakers young bucks doing no crazy stuff off the field on social media or anything like that. So it's
Yeah.
like you see him, he keep professional in and on the court, and like they're here too with his family. Like he done went through everything that you probably can like assume a basketball player can go through. Then it didn't pass down to his kids, and you see how like they media trained, and he got a whole look baby girl now, she playing volleyball. They doing media with her, and you see how like being media trained and being professional and like setting the tone as a leader, as the alpha male on the team can really set up a lot of things for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, bro. I feel like that leaves a mark on his legacy as well. So we're gonna move past the. I feel like we did really good on the team culture and leadership, but I want to talk about another segment. This is segment 3, I believe, and it's about. Well, actually, do we? I just want to check what y'all do. We still have any more marketing media?
I wanted to bring up the whole the whole social media part. I don't feel like we talked about that enough.
Yeah, we did.
I got a study pulled up right here if you guys don't mind.
Right.
Let me talk about it. So there was a study of International Journal of Sports Marketing and Sponsorship. And what it found that digital engagement, especially like our bigger platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, is now more powerful than traditional advertising. So what does that mean? What that means is teams who you play for, or who you watch, they use their social media to attract their fans so they can sell their merchandise, they can build their hype, promote their athletes, obviously, and so they can boost their sponsor visibility. So all I'm saying is they're just trying to make more money.
I agree. Zach, to piggyback off what you said, Zach, I think a great example of that would be how they run their Instagram page and what they do as far as marketing. I think they're a great example. Their highlight-driven social media strategy helps them reach over 51 million Instagram followers, and that's reaching people all across the world, not just the United States. 51 million followers, that's people all across the world. So I think that the NFL is a great example of that, and just how they post everything, even the little stuff, the big stuff. I think they're a great example of just how that looks. I think they do a great job with that.
I think it even goes a little below the NFL because I've seen some people at the collegiate or high school level that really, if we're being real, really don't be that good, but be having these offers from these schools, and you like, okay, but I played against him. Like, where was this? Like, he running for 200 against all these people. Where was this against me? But then he got all these offers, and you like, okay, I guess. But at the same time, but then it's hard to make a case when you just saying that you played him, but then you got OT7 posting him, overtime. You got ESPN posting him mossing somebody. It's hard.
Center.
It's hard to make. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to make an argument towards that, but you can be happy for him at the same time because it boosts that profile on how much money they gonna make in college, which we gonna get into a little bit later. Like how much money they gonna make going into college, how much NIL they can get in high school. Now you can get that. I feel like it plays a lot, not just in the NFL or professional sports.
Agreed.
Athletic branding is huge too for as us as college athletes at TSU or anything like that. You look at, for a big example, look at Jackson State as a HBCU. They bring in a lot of athletic branding just off of Dion. And they're still gaining money from Dion, from not just football, for every aspect of the sports and management and things like that. And it's just like the athletic branding, like you bring in money now off of your face. Like I can sit here and do this and make money off of this.
Yeah.
And then like you could look back at other things like now kids in high school can make money off NIL. Like it's a new I think it's like a rule now where high school kids can
Yeah.
like forego their senior year
In
just to
Florida.
make their money right now in college. Like whatever they was making in college right now after the football season, they can make the money from off of it. So just imagine how big NIL and like athletic branding has got since and when we was little, we was not thinking about playing football for no money or nothing like
Yeah.
now you can make
And
money off of it.
the crazy thing is, y'all heard of the Sports Business Journal, right?
Yep.
The Sports Business Journal. You know what it is.
A global sponsorship, yeah.
Yeah, bro. You know what they just clocked in at for the year in 2023? You know how much money they made? With all the
20.
sponsorships, in the world, with all the famous athletes. There was $65 billion made.
Billion is crazy.
65 billion.
Yeah,
Swimming in it, ain't it?
that's the type of number that just leaves speechless.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
How y'all think that's getting split up? Because I know it's somebody in that industry that's making like $11 an hour.
Hey, you make more money flipping burgers at McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. And they getting and all the other people getting these 65 billion. They getting a huge cut out of that. How do we feel about the marketing and media? Anybody else
Yeah,
got anything to add?
I think we got out.
Oh, wait. Do we talk about athlete branding? We did. We brought
I
up
think so.
examples.
We talked about
Sure.
some NIL.
But did we talk about like the global icons like Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
Mahomes?
Oh,
We did.
I mean,
I don't think we've been brought up.
we talked about the money, but we didn't really talk about any specific athletes.
Players. Well, I mean, we can just give them some examples. You feel what I'm saying? Like when we talking about the money and the marketing, we talking about the players who. A topic I want to get into is of the players who held out, or the controversy that was in the media that of players holding out of going to professional sports so they can make more money in college due to their face. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. There was
Angel
controversy
Reese,
about
yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I ain't think Angel Reese all that, but she still got all that money.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
She said it in a podcast once. Why would she go to the WNBA?
Nah.
Look into how sports management plays in real world situations. To kick it off, as general managers, evaluate players based off many things like injuries, history of. So now we're about to move on to how sports management plays into real world situations. So general managers usually evaluate players off many things: injuries, the history of players of not showing up to practices or other altercations, the cost versus projected performances, how they fit within the team or the culture, and basically just normal analytics that they can just go off of.
Yeah, I agree. I think a case study actually shows one time just all the different things athletic director has to go through and manage, in order to run a team. Like you got things like the NCAA compliance, you got things like budgeting, hiring coaches, fundraising, promoting programs. But a big thing that I want to talk about is the hiring coaches part. Like you guys see all the money out there in this world. Like to hire a coach, that's a really big deal. You got guys like, what I'm saying, Brian Kelly, the guys like at Arkansas, Sam Pittman. Those are
Chris
guys with huge
Dishman.
buyouts.
Chris Dishman.
Huge buyouts.
Chris Dishman. Look, you got players, let's talk about the coaches that's changing the culture though. Chris Dishman went from TSU been losing every year, every single year. I'm talking
And
about
what he do when he got here?
they
It's a program.
first winning season in 25 years. Now, our run game was a little iffy, but it was like Chris Dishman still did a good job, building that culture up to that. That's kind of like I feel like that's crazy to think about. And with him hiring all them coaches like Hall of Fame, like these aren't just like coaches off the street. These Hall of Famers. These like Chris Dishman, Hall of Famer, Kimball Anders, Hall of Famer, played for the Chiefs. It's just crazy how they put all them together, and now they're making something out of it, and it's better years to come for sure. It's a lot more stuff to come too. Like from fundraising, promoting programs. I feel like all that's gonna come in off season, but even that plays a huge part because that comes with the program. That's how we get our money in the first place. And just overall, the school gets majority of their money from sports like football, basketball, baseball. Those huge sports that really bring in that revenue. All right, Renfro, talk about the case study.
Yes, one of the biggest case study right now is like for hockey. Like the NHL hockey is for everyone campaign use social media commercials and community events to promote their strengthening in the brand and to attract new fans.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't even ice skate without the little. I can't even do that. But yeah, I can respect that one. You know what I'm saying? How it attracts new fans and all that. But all of this shows that sports management isn't just abstract or it's not just one avenue. It's a daily, practical decision making.
So one of the major problems is NIL and athletic branding. Worldwide, everybody knows what NIL is. It's the college athletes can profit from their name, image, and likeness. So basically, creating new ethical and financial challenges for athletes. Mental health. Mental health
Everybody
always
NIL.
been a problem. Mental health also falls into a big problem. Pressure is intense. Managers must support athletes' well-being, just giving them support, giving them connections to other therapists or other people who can help with their well-being. Technology and analytics, analytics can help, but over reliance can also overshadow human decision making. Always depending on AI may also affect, humans' rights or humans' decision making. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So here are some of the biggest challenges in today's sports management world: NIL and athletic branding, mental health, technology and analytics, media pressure, and diversifying leadership.
Yo, Ricky, is it cool if I jump back to that NIL and athlete branding part?
Yeah, go ahead.
So to give my humble opinion on this, NIL is everywhere. You go
Yes, sir.
to any Division One school, they're gonna have some NIL.
Yeah.
The issue is not everybody deserves that NIL, but they're getting it
Yeah.
anyways, which makes other people want more NIL, which is making NIL a problem because these people don't want to work for their NIL.
Yeah. The privilege
Privileged
always
enough to be
rely
making
on
any money.
NIL. So whenever people go through financial challenges, that's when everybody, like a lot of pressure builds up. Everybody has problems. They go to the
Yeah.
dean or they go to the
I
coach.
I think that's why a lot of people go JUCO too.
Yeah, JUCO or D3 or D2 because
But JUCO isn't
NIL
a
is just
bad thing. JUCO isn't a bad thing. It just depends. Like, JUCO always has a reason behind it. I'm gonna say that. Whether it was you're overlooked, it's not a bad thing at all. Whether it's you're overlooked, whether it was you're underpaid and you waited to the deadline, whether it was grades, you're there for a reason. And I feel like NIL is a huge reason though. A lot of athletes want to bet on themselves, how much NIL they can get greedy. Coaches don't want to give them that. Then you looking like, oh, you don't want to give me that? Okay, bro. You want to give me this? Okay, you want to give me this? Now nobody wants you. Boom, you're at JUCO. Now you got to earn yourself opportunity.
I think JUCO is a great example. I myself was a JUCO athlete, so I know the tribulations through a junior college. I experienced it myself. 2 years at a junior college, so I can definitely piggyback off that about JUCO and stuff like that. It's just a gamble. Everybody wants to gamble on themselves and make the most profit from their name.
gamble. That's what leads to mental health. Pressure is
Yeah.
intense. That's where managers can come in and help with the athlete's well-being, give them great connections to other therapists, other coaches, or other people who've dealt with that situation that can help. Media pressure also connects with mental health. Social media and publicity scrutiny can also damage careers instantly. and also can damage people's health, mental health, physical health, and also just health and being in general. Diversifying
Yeah, let's
leadership. Many sports organizations lack diverse leadership. That's where another place mental health can fall in because everybody's also relying or waiting for somebody to step up, and nobody steps up. So somebody or everybody is just stuck in one place.
let's backtrack a little bit to that media pressure. I want to bring
Yeah.
up a name. God rest his soul. Kyron Lacey.
And Lacey, yes, sir.
Mm,
Media pressure.
Peer pressure
rest
got
in
to him.
peace.
So
He was innocent.
he was innocent. Got in a car wreck. Originally was the
Originally
court
found guilty. Yeah.
originally found it guilty, but then later on found it proven innocent.
Proven innocent,
And
yes,
but
sir.
Innocent, yeah.
before he could be proven innocent, he ended his own life. I know a lot of that was because of the pressure of him feeling like he let his family down, not because he was
Yeah.
telling him, because there was somebody in his ear telling
So,
him that. It was
media.
the enemy. It was the enemy telling him that.
Yeah, I think that
And
situation goes to show how big of an influence social media has. Like everybody in the world is on some sort of social media platform. Like everybody in the world is on something. So I think that situation just goes to show like how strong and how much of an impact that has on everybody.
Sports management is obviously more than just a business. It's the backbone of every sports organization. You know, it's a very important role. Um, you deal with a lot of people, paperwork, probably a lot of money, a lot of big decisions. Um, you have a lot of pressure on you, media, obviously. You have a big
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, from careers to leadership to marketing, the field is constantly evolving with technology and culture every day. Like the sports management
Mm-hmm.
game, it's evolving
Rather
each and
to be
every
able to
day.
see new
Something that's going to
lifestyles.
continue to evolve from you.
And if you love sports but don't necessarily want to be the athlete, sports management might be your path. Pussy.
yep, I agree with everything these guys are saying. Really thankful for what these guys are saying, and overall, just want to say how blessed I am to get on this podcast and bring up all these points, not just for y'all, anybody who's watching this, but for us to realize what sports management could mean to us as we are in this class and we need this class as well. So I just want to thank everybody for listening to Behind the Game. And remember, victory on the field starts with decisions made behind every scene. And one more message. It's about the situation we brought up earlier, Kyra Lacey. We just want to bring that up, and God rest his soul. His soul seriously rest in peace. And I just want to bring up a point about that mental health matters. No matter you're white, no matter you're black, no matter you're Hispanic, no matter you're tall, small, not an athlete, it doesn't matter. It all matters the same. And with people having all people differentiate all these months, you got men's mental health month, you got women's mental health month, you got people worrying about black people's mental health and Black History Month when it all equals out to the same thing and it all matters in the same way. Everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody's had an experience. Everybody's had an experience where they was down. Not everybody thinks about hurting themselves, but it's not okay. Hurting yourself is not okay. Ending your life early is not okay. Trust God. Thank you for watching Behind the Game.
Bang! Just like that.
Game.